The hidden instruction of Hermes, how to connect to knowledge from the field. Throughout human history, the quest for knowledge has been both a light and a shadow, illuminating our path yet often obscured by layers of mystery, loss, and intentional concealment. One of the most profound examples of this is the legacy of Hermeticism, an ancient body of wisdom attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. For centuries, Hermetic teachings were whispered among initiates, encoded in symbols, myths, and rituals, a secret technology to access a vast, universal field of knowledge beyond ordinary understanding. The burning of the Library of Alexandria, more than just books lost. When the Great Library of Alexandria was destroyed, it was not just scrolls and manuscripts that vanished in the flames. The loss was far deeper. The core instruction, the Hermetic manuscript, was effectively erased from collective awareness. But crucially, this instruction was never just a book in the traditional sense. It was never a simple text to be read and learned in a linear fashion. Instead, it was a coded map, a technology embedded in imagery, breath, and ritual, designed to tune human consciousness into a universal field where all knowledge already exists. The destruction shattered this manuscript into countless fragments, scattering them across myths, religious traditions, art, and cultural practices worldwide. Over time, the original technology was hidden behind allegories, cryptic symbols, and layers of misunderstanding. Hermeticism is not philosophy, it is a technology. Contrary to popular belief, Hermeticism should not be viewed merely as an esoteric philosophy or spiritual doctrine. It is better understood as a practical technology, a method or toolset that allows consciousness to connect directly to a universal information field. This field contains the totality of all knowledge, past, present, and future, accessible not by memorization or study, but through tuning the mind and awareness. Modern science, once skeptical, is now beginning to validate these ancient claims. Renowned thinkers such as David Bohm, Stuart Hameroff, and Giulio Tononi have explored the nature of consciousness in ways that resonate deeply with Hermetic ideas. David Bohm, a theoretical physicist, proposed the concept of an implicate order, a hidden, enfolded dimension of reality where everything is interconnected and enfolded within a deeper cosmic order. Stuart Hameroff and Roger Penrose advanced the idea of consciousness arising from quantum processes within microtubules in the brain, suggesting that consciousness itself taps into a universal quantum field. Giulio Tononi developed the integrated information theory, showing how consciousness is not just a brain function but a fundamental property linked to the integration of information across systems. Together, these scientific insights echo the ancient Hermetic teaching that consciousness is not self-generated or isolated but functions as an antenna, a receiver that tunes into an omnipresent field of knowledge. You are already connected, but don't know it. The hidden instruction of Hermes reveals a profound truth: you are not merely a vessel storing knowledge in your brain, but an antenna already connected to the vast cosmic field. This means intuition, flashes of insight, sudden understanding, and moments of knowing are genuine mechanisms by which you access this universal repository. Yet, most people do not realize this innate connection exists or how to consciously access it. The instruction was removed from general knowledge, hidden to prevent misuse, misunderstanding, or perhaps to control access to the power of direct knowledge. The manuscript was not destroyed, it was hidden. The Hermetic manuscript's pages were not obliterated but fragmented and dispersed. The wisdom encoded in symbols, stories, rituals, and spiritual practices across different cultures still carries the keys to this knowledge. Decoding these symbols is like reconstructing a lost language, the language of consciousness tuning. For thousands of years, mystics, alchemists, and initiates have been working to rediscover and apply these fragments, piecing together a method to consciously connect with the universal field. How consciousness connects to the field. Modern research in consciousness studies supports the notion that awareness is not confined to the brain. Instead, consciousness accesses information from a universal source, a field beyond space and time. This field can be thought of as the mind of the universe, where everything exists in potential and information is instantly accessible. This means knowledge is not something you acquire by searching externally but by tuning inward and adjusting your consciousness to the right frequency. Like tuning a radio, once you align your receiver, your mind and awareness, with the frequency of the field, knowledge flows effortlessly. A simple practice: how to begin receiving. The essence of the Hermetic teaching is practical and accessible. You are already connected, you only need to remember how to tune in. The practice called entering reception invites you to shift your awareness inward and enter a state of open, receptive consciousness. Here's a simple outline of the practice. 1. Calm the mind. Begin by focusing on your breath, allowing your thoughts to settle like sediment in a still pond. 2. Expand awareness. Imagine your consciousness extending beyond the boundaries of your body, reaching out like an antenna into the surrounding field. 3. Open to receive. Release expectation and effort. Instead, become a passive receiver, open to insights, images, sensations, or ideas that come without forcing. 4. Trust intuition. When a sudden understanding, insight, or knowledge arises, accept it as genuine communication from the universal field. 5. Record and reflect. Write down what you receive and contemplate its meaning over time. By regularly practicing this tuning, you gradually reawaken the ancient capacity to access universal knowledge directly. Conclusion: remembering the tuning. The hidden instruction of Hermes is not about finding external books or teachers but about reconnecting to a lost technology of consciousness. The true Hermetic manuscript lives within symbols, myths, breath, and your own innate ability to tune into the universal field. You are already connected. The question is not where do I find knowledge, but how do I remember the tuning? As science continues to uncover the profound mysteries of consciousness, the ancient Hermetic wisdom shines ever brighter, inviting us to reclaim our birthright as antennas of universal knowledge and creators of our own reality.